Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on February 8, 2023. We just want to live in a normal world. China's young protesters speak out and disappear. State of the Union. Sarah Huckabee Sanders delivers Republican response. BBC, GOP's Trump losses build in 2023. Stop trying to make MAGA happen. MSNBC, how Sarah Sanders can succeed in her State of the Union response. The Hill, Arkansas Governor Sanders to offer State of the Union rebuttal. The Independent, watch live, Republican response to State of the Union, WSJ. Russia's African footprint grows with Lavrov trip to Mali. BBC, Lavrov pledges Russian military support on visit to Mali amid concern over abuses. France 24 English, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov visits Mali in sign of deepening ties. Africa News English, is Russia extending its reach in Africa? Al Jazeera English, Russia's Lavrov vows aid for Africa's jihadist fight. Millions face threat of flooding from glacial lakes. BBC, glacier lakes swollen by global warming threaten millions. France 24 English, study, 15 million people live under threat of glacial floods. The Independent, an inland tsunami, 15 million people are at risk from catastrophic glacial lake outbursts, researchers find. CNN, glacial lake floods threaten communities in Asia, South America. Hunters shoot dead 54 wolves in Sweden's largest ever cull. The Guardian, controversial Sweden wolf cull divides city and rural areas. India paper leaks, cheating plagues India jobs coveted by millions. Alec Baldwin's legal team seeks to disqualify special prosecutor serving on Rust fatal shooting case. Sky News, Alec Baldwin wants prosecutor in on-set death case dropped. The Associated Press, en Español, Alec Baldwin's lawyers say, Rust, prosecutor should be disqualified. George Santos, latest news, Congressman expected to face House ethics probe as voters protest at his office. The Independent, McCarthy reveals Santos is facing House ethics probe. CNN, enough is enough, George Santos. The Independent, US. House ethics panel has not yet launched probe of Representative Santos McCarthy aide. Tensions brew between Tehran and the IAEA over nuclear plant. Chris Mason, a reshuffle about rewiring, rather than hiring and firing. A bit of a hoarder, woodpeckers stash 700 pounds of nuts in California home. The Guardian, pest control found thousands of acorns in wall from woodpeckers. The Washington Post, nuts. Woodpeckers stash 300 kilograms of acorns in a California home. WION, 700 pounds of nuts found in CA vacation rental from acorn woodpecker. USA Today, a bit of a hoarder, woodpeckers stash 700 pounds of nuts in California home. Syria accused of playing politics with aid in aftermath of earthquake. Russia-Ukraine war s. Russian offensive may target Kharkiv or Zaporizhzhia, says Kyiv. The Guardian, Russia releases video of its countermeasures. Russia claims big attack on Ukraine artillery unit. CNN News 18, Ukraine war, Russians seen reinforcing east ahead of offensive. BBC, Vladimir Putin is about to make shock gains. The Telegraph, Kyiv claims last 24 hours was deadliest day of conflict for Russian troops, as it happened. State of the Union 2023 live, Biden spars with GOP heckling as he warns China and honors Tyre Nichols. The Independent, Biden vows to protect U.S. against China threats in State of the Union 2023 speech, Biden on China. CNN News 18, Joe Biden warns China over threats to U.S. sovereignty in State of the Union address. Financial Times, Fiheri, it didn't take 99 red balloons, just one to prove Biden's weak leadership. Chinese spy balloon, live, Trump takes credit for attention on China threats as Navy reveals shot down debris. The Independent, Trump-era Chinese spy balloons went undetected. BBC, Chinese spy balloon, photos show U.S. Navy pulling down device from Atlantic Ocean. Sky News, make no mistake, the Chinese spy balloon incident cannot be ignored. The Independent, China's spy balloon, a new Cold War unfolds before our eyes. Third day of strikes and protests held in France over Macron pension plan. The Guardian, are President Macron's pension reform plans unfair to French workers? Inside story. Al Jazeera English, hoaxes tell French MPs their child is in hospital before pensions vote. The Times, France needs to overcome ageism and make older workers acceptable. Bloomberg, French pension. Protesters are looking forward to more strikes coming this week. France 24. State of the Union. Biden says H is willing to work with political rivals, but Republicans say he is unfit to be president. Sky News, 5 takeaways from Biden's State of the Union speech. BBC, why this year's State of the Union address will be so different. The Independent, Biden's State of the Union 2023, key quotes of the night. Turkey and Syria earthquake updates. Race to find survivors as death toll nears 8,400 and hundreds of thousands seek shelter. Latest news. The Guardian, Turkey quake, voices call from under rubble as rescuers race to help. Channel 4 News, photos, families search for loved ones in rubble after earthquake. Al Jazeera English, opinion, lessons from past earthquakes for Turkey today. The Washington Post, Erdogan has undermined Turkey's quake response. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.